Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Manga Collector Show. No, we're not going to have Jess as a special guest because he's going to be totally lost. Sorry, Cleveland Brown. But the next best thing, you got the Omnibus Collector, and you got yours truly, Gio, here from A Week in Geekdom, talking about hauls, reads, solicits, all that fun stuff. And if there's some time left, of course, we'll go over all the questions from the chat. We got an already lively chat. That is awesome. I missed that. I've been away from the live streaming side of things, so it's good to be back. Riley, how you doing?
Good. I just ate I just told you, but I ate a ton of food, and I'm stuffed, and my wife is sick, so I'm taking care of her. So if I jump up and run out the frame, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Something Wong, Travis, Joe, Eric. We're gonna go all over that. Don't worry. NFL dude, Cleveland Brown. Joe, always great to hear you talk about manga. Yeah, baby. So, have Jeff on for Voodoo Mango. I could make a fan servicey episode one day. We'll see. He's currently enjoying Gigant, so I'll have him on to review the series with me. I'm up to date. He's only read volume 1, or at least partial, halfway with volume 1. But I'm up to date with Gigant. So yeah, that's a not safe for work title. Just Mason. Hey guys, it's like the whole farm is here. That's awesome.
I should send Jess my copies of Dumbbells.
Ooh, all right. That'd be interesting.
Because that one's another one that is a little bit on that side.
It's not as bad as stuff like Food Wars or Gigant.
No. They're definitely not on the same level as Gigant, but I think that it trends in that direction and has a lot of. I never watched the anime, so I don't know how the anime was, but the manga, at least I was reading it at work, and I was like, I should not be reading this at work.
I mean, in the show, they break the fourth wall and they're explaining the exercise, and they'll have either a female or a male, and they'll show some fan servicey stuff as they're modeling and showing the muscles and stuff, and they're explaining like the science behind the exercise. But I didn't think it was too lewd, but that's just me. But yeah, I could see the manga going that route. Philip is here. Hey guys. Yeah, so this is more of a late back episode. We're not going to be on for too long like previous streams. Last time we were doing a review, and I can't remember for the life of me what the heck we were reviewing. Was it the Nelson was on, right? And we were talking about the Mountains of Madness book, and we went over the solicits. However, we didn't talk about hauls, reads, and all that stuff. So I thought, you know what? Let's do that. Let's take some questions from the chat and talk about all the stuff we've been reading or buying or whatever, and solicits and all that fun stuff. So Riley, I know you put out a haul video recently, or yesterday, I think.
Yes.
Have you received any new books aside from that video?
No, but I have received a tracking email for something, and I mentioned in my video that I've tried to move away from doing a month pre-order of stuff because that just makes things delayed. Instead, I'm doing it week by week. Yeah. But doing it week by week, I made the mistake of double ordering a couple of items. So I did reach out to Right Stuff, and they got back to me today, and they canceled the extra items, so I don't wind up receiving those. So that's good. But I do have a package that contains the following items. So little sneak preview of my next haul video for manga, I guess. FMA hardcover 11, Beastars 9, Blood on the Tracks 3, Drifting Dragon 6, Hell's Paradise 5, Sayuki hardcover 3, Saint Young Men hardcover 4, Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin 1, Saint Seiya, Saintia Show volume 11, and Seven Deadly Sins volume 40. So a lot of cool things coming in, and then hopefully pretty soon I'll get another notification of stuff for like the beginning of December, because a lot of the Shonen Jump series are already available on Right Stuff to buy from December. So that's what I got coming on the way. And as far as reads go, I was like more than a month behind. I'm trying to think, when did I start working again? I started working on the 12th of last month, and I was already like a week behind, or 2 weeks, 2.5, I don't know, on reading current issues. So I finally caught up with like 6 weeks worth of comics this week, like literally 2 days ago. And so I wanted to catch up on that. And then I caught up. I'm up to date on all my Shonen Jump manga from the app. And I finally can sit down and start reading through the backlog of new manga physical releases, of which I have a stack of like 30 that I need to read through now. And I read one of those last night. I read Blood on the Tracks #2. So
nice. What do you think of volume 2?
This series is disturbing. Like I don't know what direction it's going into, but whatever direction it goes into, I know that it is disturbing. The character, the mother in there, is obviously off her rocker. She is very wrong in the head, and she is very manipulative, especially of her son. And I guess that's the entire point of the series, is how she manipulates her son. And I am excited to get that 3rd volume in, because I want to keep reading it. I'm tempted to do like you did and read it online and get caught up, because it's such a fast-paced read that getting a new volume in, I was done in like 15 minutes, and I'm like, damn it, and now I want to see what happens next. I don't know.
There's a lot of characters like that.
I don't know what I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna finish my next read will be the final volume of Silver Spoon, because I've had that sitting for about a month. And then I also really want to jump into that 2nd volume of Kaiji that miraculously exists now. Yeah.
Finally, you got Kaiji.
Like a year later. So what about you? What do you got going?
I am missing a few manga that I got, because I'd like to pre-order a lot of stuff in advance. So it hasn't shipped. So I have like a lot of November stuff mixed with a few December items that are now available, like you said, with the Shonen Jump stuff. So those haven't shipped. So I don't know. I thought I would have gotten them by now, but I guess they're taking their sweet time, and I'm going to get a big ass box eventually. But I do have some books here that I want to show you guys. However, I'm getting notified off air that I have to mention that a lot of the books that we're going to be talking about, you can get at a sponsor's website. That's InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions and manga up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. And if you order $50 or more in your collected editions order, guess what? You get free shipping. It's fantastic. It's awesome. It's spectacular. It's In Stock Trades. Fantastic customer service. Wonderful packaging. When you visit, of course, InStockTrades.com, our wonderful sponsor. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me. So, hauls. I only got 3 books to show you guys. I received Demon Slayer Volume 18, which I have not read yet. Volume 17 ended on a cliffhanger for me. I was really nervous, and I cannot wait. Sadly, I know a couple spoilers about the end of the series already, but those were by mistake. But for the most part, I don't know everything that happens. But nonetheless, I'm really excited to check it out. And I don't want to even show the stuff that's inside, because it's pretty awesome, all the fights and stuff. So I got that. and I wasn't going to get it. I remember doing a video on my channel with Nelson, and Nelson was really excited about this book. And I said, oh, you know what? I don't know. I ain't got no room for it. Turns out I do have room. So I said, you know what? Screw it. And I got the first volume of Meisani Koku. I've never read this, but Omar has been really kind of annoying, actually, wanting us to read it and check it out on our private chat on Omnibros. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. And I got it, and it looks fantastic and wonderful. Sadly, I'm not going to do any first impressions because this is old as crap. And I'll probably, when I read the whole thing, I'll do a review on it, or maybe here or on my channel. But I got this, Meisani Koku. And this box set, which a lot of people are going to go, really? You got it? This is the Pokemon Adventures second volume box set, gold and silver, of the Pokemon Adventures manga. You're probably wondering, there's some sweet collector's editions out there. Well, I received the first box last year as a gift, and I'm a type of person that doesn't like to trade away or sell stuff that's been gifted to me, and so I wasn't going to dump that box set and have mismatching spines and all that stuff and formats. So I decided to get this, and I would need, this runs up to volume 14 of the Pokemon Adventures manga. I would need volume 15, and then I could start collecting the new bigger editions that are coming out with volume 6, right? Mm-hmm. Volume 6, which is next year, which has 16, 17, and 18. So that's why I got this. So now I need the single volume for 15, and then I can continue with that. But I'm really excited about it. I love that the rival picked the right starter with my boy Feraligatr right there. I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to be rooting for him instead of our main protagonist. So yeah, got that. Really cool stuff. And hopefully I can get next week. I can show you guys some more stuff if I get it. If not, you'll have to wait. But that's about it. That's all the manga I've gotten. And as for reads, for my channel, my subscribers have been participating. I've been asking them for since last month, what would you guys like for me to review, manga and anime wise? And for November, everybody chose Tokyo Ghoul as my manga review. So I'm currently in the middle of reading that on the Shonen Jump app. And it's been a lot of fun. I've never read it. I've seen the anime. I know about the story. I know what all the stuff that happens. I know the anime is not the best adaptation, but you know, it is what it is. And I've been really enjoying the manga. It's very fast paced and entertaining, and it's the sweet spot of being action packed and scary, but not too scary. It's that sweet spot that a lot of people can enjoy. So I'm really enjoying that. And what else did I get? Oh, this thing. Let me share my screen real quick. You might remember we talked about this. So yes. I got Sadako at the End of the World, but I got it digitally. It released this week, and I got it from Comixology on my tablet. So I will be making a video about this on my channel eventually. So I'm really excited. So far it's really cool. I've read a few chapters in, and I've been loving it. It's really quirky and fun, out of the box horror. So I got that, and that's about it. Yeah, so that was a haul / a read at the same time. Jesse, what Alf manga? Yes, please. Please, no, don't put out that. Don't put that out in the world. We don't need Alf manga. I hate Alf. I like to joke around about the Omnibus, but I really hate Alf. I don't like that character at all. So don't. Cleveland Brown, get Jess to read Food Wars. It will be his Berserk. That would be interesting, actually. I've never read the Food Wars manga. I've only seen the anime, but that would be pretty interesting to get his take on it. Although think think he has the first volume. I don't think he's dumped it. One of his European fans sent him some books and included Food Wars as a gift. So I do remember. I think he still has it. I might question that on a stream later on. Awkward Mo says, speaking of Jump, Jujutsu Kaisen manga is amazing. The Shibuya arc is just an excellent arc, definitely a classic shonen arc in the making. Awkward Mo, I'm going to have to be super real with you. I neglected reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I stopped at volume 3, so I have no idea what is happening right now with the series. I do apologize. You've been keeping up with it, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping up with it physically. So volume 6 is in my pile of stuff to read. But yeah, it's been a very good shonen title. It does seem like.
Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying, I do think it seems like the type of series that is going to catch on and be something that people look back at fondly in the future. It might not ever get to the same like heights as the big 3 or like DBZ or anything, but it might. I think it's going to have that fandom behind it.
Oh yeah, I've been watching the anime though, because it's part of because I do seasonal reviews on all the anime on my channel. So I'm watching that on a weekly basis, and it's been a great adaptation so far. They just covered all of Volume 2, so we're getting into Volume 3 now. And I kind of want to start reading the manga just so I'll be ahead of the anime. So who knows? I'll get back to you on that one. Cleveland Brown, the mother in Blood on the Tracks is horrible, but at least she's no mommy, though. Are you talking about Mommy-chan? Because I agree. Mommy-chan's terrible. She's the one of the characters from Rent a Girlfriend. She's pretty terrible. Just Mason. Oh, volume 19 of Demon Slayer arrived earlier this week. That's one of the ones I pre-ordered already, and I'm waiting for that to be bundled up with a lot of stuff so it gets shipped. A mix of anime and manga. Maison Ikoku, you have chosen wisely, Gio. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maison Ikoku over Pokemon. I don't know about that. Feraligatr is the best Pokemon in the world, so I don't see Mason and Koku having a giant freaking dinosaur, blue dinosaur gator. Not seeing Full Metal 11 on IST. When did it come out?
It's I think on IST it's out next week, but I order manga on Right Stuff typically, and Right Stuff tends to get things now that things seem like they're kind of going back to normal. More or less for them, at least. Knock on wood, it doesn't fall behind again now that things are kind of getting bad again in the world, or getting worse, I should say. It's already been bad. All of that aside, they get a lot of manga a week or two ahead of time. And so that's how I was able to have that already shipping to me. So I should have it arrive before or likely close to the date that it goes up on IST.
Touche, Just Mason. Touche.
It could have a blue dinosaur, as in like you never know. You need to read it, and it could, or it could have a blue dinosaur, as in like it could if it wanted to. Yeah.
Mermaid Saga. That's the book that's holding up my order. Thank you for reminding me. I pre-ordered Mermaid Saga from Rumiko Takahashi, and that went out of stock quick. So I think that's what's holding it.
I don't think that anyone. I'm holding a lime here. I don't think that anyone got copies of it at all because it had a due date of this week, and I know for a fact that in-stock trades didn't get it, and I don't remember.
That happened earlier. Sorry to interrupt. Remember a few months ago when everything was going out of stock and we were complaining that we weren't getting anything shipped? You were the one that told me like that's the thing that they do. They list it as out of stock. Maybe they haven't gotten it yet.
Like if the date comes that it's supposed to release and that item is not in stock yet, then instead of listing it as a future date, instead of rescheduling it, it just says out of stock, expecting more copies. So I think that that's what happened with that book, and I don't know if maybe they'll change the release date or if it's just a week behind or what it is, but one day we'll all have Mermaid Saga.
Yes. And Volume 2 is already solicited for February, I think. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to get all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mermaid Saga right there, and subscreen. Awkward Mo, are you caught up to Chainsaw Man or My Hero Academia? Me personally, Chainsaw Man, I'm up to date. It is fantastic and worth every penny. I love that series so much. It's ending in a couple more chapters, I guess. I don't know. Next year it'll end. And My Hero Academia, I don't know. Volume
25, I think, is the most recent.
24. I still need to read volume 24. So I'm a little behind.
I think I have volume 25 upstairs of My Hero, but I haven't read it yet. And then Chainsaw Man, I've only read the first volume. And someone on my channel, on my video where I ranked all the Shonen Jump titles, I mentioned in that video that Chainsaw Man was ending, and someone on there said that it was a mistranslation or something of an article, that it's not ending. I don't know. I haven't gone in and confirmed or whatever about that, but that's just a comment that someone made. So if Chainsaw Man doesn't end soon, that's, I guess, why. But if it does end soon, then that guy was wrong.
I'll have to check, because what I'm reading right now, it seems like it's in the end game portion. I don't see it lasting too long. I don't know. Hopefully it does last a little bit longer, because it's a fun series. And a lot of people go in based on the crazy premise, but man, there's some really awesome character development that happens and some great drama, and you'll be surprised at how deep the manga really goes after the first couple volumes. There's some really cool stuff there. I love Chainsaw Man. NFL Dude, I bought the Tezuka Buddha box set a few days ago. Can you guys give your surface level thoughts on it? I'm super excited to read it. Ode to Kirihito remains my favorite read of the year. Have you read the Buddha manga?
I'm honestly very Tezuka illiterate, and a lot of people might gasp at that.
It's all right.
Tezuka and also Kazuo Koike are two kind of blind spots for me of major creators that I haven't really read much of.
I wish we could have all that stuff legally, digitally, so that I could read it, because I really like the Shonen Jump app, and I wish we could have that for
everything else.
Yeah, because I really enjoy reading that, and I would love to get into Tezuka. Unfortunately, the only Tezuka I've read is a little bit of Astro Boy back in the day, and what's this, the samurai one, Dororo. I know about that, but unfortunately I have not read Buddha. You might have better luck asking Omar, because he's a huge Tezuka fanboy, and I think he has almost everything, so he's probably read it and loved it. Cleveland Brown, I hope the reception to the ending of Demon Slayer manga is mixed. If that's true, maybe the anime will change the ending. I don't know, man, but that anime is, I mean, the movie came out, and it's I think the 7th most grossing film of 2020, and it's the 5th grossing film of all time in Japan. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm such a fan of animation that I'm really excited about just having a movie do that in 2020. That's awesome. The crazy part is that the rest of my Viz pre-orders are all arrived this week. Is this One Piece? One Piece 95.
Yeah.
WRL. What is this? WRL. 13, etc.
I'm gonna feel stupid whenever we find out what WRL is.
Just Mason, what is WRL?
It's gonna be one of those
Yeah. For us, they're for us, there was a big 20% off Viz Horror Sale, and I think everyone ordered Mermaid Saga. Yeah, and not to mention that a little channel called Near Mint Condition was hyping up the releases out there. And when I saw that, I'm like, damn it, Omar, everybody's going to buy the damn thing, and it's going to go out of stock. We never learned. There we go.
I was about to say, was it WNL, not RL?
We never learned. There we go.
We really learn.
We really learned. Wonder 3 is a new Tezuka book I've ordered. I'm excited. I wish, I've said this before on this channel. One of my goals, it's not going to happen in 2020. Screw 2020. One of my goals next year is going to sell a lot of books I don't need or read or just own for the heck of owning them. So if I can do that and free up some space on my Kallax shelf, I will start getting like classic manga, not Shonen Jump stuff, like the heavy hitters. And I was able to double stack my Marvel section, so that freed up 3 cubes on my Kallax shelf, and I'm really excited. And it looks so cool now to have all the top row just be manga. I'm really excited about that. So I saw that and got super motivated. I'm like, well, I'm already converting my channel to manga-centric Week in Geekdom, so I might as well go all in. But yeah, that's my goal for 2021, is to free up space for manga. Awkward Mo, Undead Unlock or Mashal? Interesting.
My ranking officially was Mashal as number 1, but man, Undead Unluck, like, I feel like that series chapter by chapter is better, whereas Mashal is better when you read it in a big chunk. Either way, Undead Unluck though, I think a lot of the magic there is like when it introduces new layers and new twists, because you're like, you think you know what it's about, and then all of a sudden they're like, actually this, and then you're like, okay, cool, then I think I know what it's about, and then like 30 chapters in or something, they throw another huge twist at you, and it's like, what? So that, I really enjoy that. It's only like less than 40 chapters, and it's already, I feel like, covered so much ground with the story. It feels like it's just going places. Mashal, on the other hand, is not as fast in like developing the plot and the characters so much. We've only had like one major fight. So the plot is progressing, but not at that same rate. And it hasn't really introduced a big major antagonist or anything. Like, it hasn't given us a huge overarching antagonist for the series. But I absolutely love the sense of humor. I love the characters. I love the idea behind it. And it's just the perfect blend of One Punch Man and Black Clover, and I mean, really Harry Potter more than Black Clover. It's just, I love it. It's hilarious.
I recently put out a, by the way, thank you, Travis. I was just doing that. I was hearing Riley talk, and I was entering the sideshow codes. I recently did videos on both Undead Unlock and Mashal. I say story-wise, I prefer Undead a lot more, but art-wise, I prefer Mashal a lot more. I'm not the biggest fan of Undead Unlock's art, but the story is great for all the things that you mentioned. And Mashal's just a treat. You have so much fun reading that if you're into the whole comedic, action-y shonen stuff. Dude, just you don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. But again, if you want to, then sure, why not? But again, I don't want to pressure anybody into doing that at all. But thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. I've never read Blackjack, by the way, so I'm really excited about that. Riley, if I ever found Phoenix, I'll send them to you so you can tease Oba. My man, yes, love it. How many volumes is Phoenix? Like, it's not a whole lot, right?
I don't remember, but that's funny. I would purposefully like ask him the next time I can go on to Near Mint Condition just so whenever we go live, I can.
You can
pull
have
out.
them in the background right next to you. 12 volumes. Not a whole lot, but they're really expensive. Holy moly.
So what were we? New books from Kodansha, right? That was the other thing for tonight.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do that. Give me a second chat with the questions. Let's go into the second topic. I really want to talk about this at the end, so we'll go back to that for the Black Friday sale. Kodansha.
I'm just gonna
last
say
week-
deathly. The sales are deathly.
Oh yeah. There were some really cool bundles. What was I going to say? Oh, Kodansha revealed last week in their summer stream for 2021, I guess, all the licensing acquisitions. And there's some really surprising things in there, some not so great things as well. But for the most part, it was a solid round of announcements. I was going to talk about that last week, but I've been going through some stuff, some real life hijinks, and wasn't able to do the show last week, so I switched with regular Omnibros. But here we are. Let me share the screen from Kodansha Comics. They were calling this the Summer 2021 new licensing announcements. All right, so is this? Let me zoom in a little bit. Is that better?
Yeah, I can read the bigger text.
Okay, I can read it for you guys. Don't worry about it. So the first book that they announced is Boys Run the Riot from Kato Gaku for a cover price of $24.99. I think it's a one and done volume. A transgender teen named Ryu finds an escape. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm terrible at this. Finds an escape from the expectations and anxieties of his daily life in the world of street fashion. This personal, heartfelt, fictional story from a Japanese transgender manga creator is completely unique and comes presented in 2 extra large 400-page volumes. That's awesome. I'm really intrigued by this. There's a lengthy description right there if you want to pause and read it. But I love the fact that it's a complete series. It's somewhat based on a real story, if you will, and the fact that you're breaking ground by introducing a transgender character in a manga like this in a more serious tone is really awesome. So I'm really excited. I really do want to read this. And it's going to be summer 2021 for $25. What do you think?
Excuse me. That could be an interesting one. Yeah. So it's 2 volumes, is what it says?
2 extra large 400-page volumes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. The next one is Beauty and the Beast of the Lost Paradise from Kaori Yuki. This one's coming out in August, and it is the story of Belle and her beast as you've never seen it before, with sinister, creeping shadows sufficing a door to a wider magical world. This dark fairy tale adventure is the latest sumptuous masterpiece from the creator of Angel Sanctuary and Alice in Murderland, perfect for fans of the ancient Magus Bride. Huh. Did not know that. That's interesting. Cover price is $12.99 and it's coming out in August. I like that you're throwing in Alice in Murderland because I like the art style for that series, and I love Ancient Magus Bride, so I might check it out. Who knows? So we got that, and here's a big one that a lot of people are excited about. I'm personally not a big fan of the series. I tried reading it. I tried watching it. Not really my thing. This is the Quintessential Quintuplets Season 1 manga box set. So for $44, you're going to get the first 4 volumes of Quintessential Quintuplets. Fandom's favorite 5-some now come bundled together in 3 4-volume box sets. This deluxe collectible set includes a huge exclusive double-sided poster depicting two of the rambunctious Quints. Collect them all as the popular anime returns in 2021. That's interesting because it's the manga. Did the manga end already, or is it still ongoing?
I have no idea. I
Because
I don't keep up with this one at all.
I think it might have ended this year. If somebody in the chat can correct me. But that's pretty interesting that they're doing a brand new, quote unquote, brand new series like that. And it's already, getting a hardcover, a box set treatment, and not a bad price for $43.96. That's a very odd price, by the way. Usually you see like $42.99 or $44.99, not $43.96. Maybe that poster has something to do with it. But yeah, basically, 5 girls. It's basically 5 quintuplets, obviously, and it's a harem comedy rom-com. And the main character is their tutor, but they end up falling in love with him, get involved in different hijinks, that sort of thing. I do like the character, this girl with the headphones. I think she's the best one out of the bunch. Next up, probably something that a lot of people did not see coming at all. We're getting a re-release, if you will, of the Sailor Moon manga. This is the Sailor Moon Naoku Takeuchi collection. Basically, from what I understand, it is smaller versions of the Eternal editions at a cheaper price, more accessible to low-income fans. And that's awesome. A new edition of the Sailor Moon manga for a new generation of fans, featuring the updated translation and high page count of the Sailor Moon Eternal edition in a more affordable, portable edition, perfect to go wherever you or the magical guardian in your life want to take it. So what do you think about this collection?
I, of course, already have all the Eternal editions, so it's not something that I'll be getting, but it is something that I think is a good... I think this is a good trend for them to do. I hope that this isn't the last time something like this. I hope that Kodansha considers taking more of their larger scale items and scaling them down, because those Eternal editions are expensive. Like they're, I think, twice, if not more, like $25 to $30 per volume cover price. And the artwork, while it's nice in the oversized pages, you don't necessarily need that large for the artwork. So this will make it more accessible and more easy to read for people. It's something that's going to look good along with all your other stuff on your shelf. And at just 10 volumes of that Eternal edition, it's going to be 10 volumes of the Takeuchi collection as well. So it's not something that's going to take up too much space or take up too much of your budget. Because if you're considering it's $12.99, which is the normal price for one of their signature sized volumes, something like Grand Blue Dreaming or something like that, and you're getting that same price for something that has way more content, that's a really good bargain, in my opinion.
And this was coming out earlier. I thought it was summer, but it's actually April 2021 at $13. Like you said, it's a steal. I'm probably going to get these because it's only 10 volumes. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Just Mason, this is about quintuplets. It ended about a year ago. The final volume is coming out this spring. I'll buy that box set. All right, cool. And it has a frustrating ending. That tends to happen because it's 5 girls and you're wondering, who's going to end up with the main character and all that stuff. So I can see that. So moving on, that's a big plus. Here's the one that people were asking about, and a lot of people are really excited about. A Silent Voice Complete Collector's Edition. Now, this was teased before the announcement because Germany is also getting it in a slightly different format, but it's still a hardcover. So it was rumored that was going to happen stateside, and I'm really excited. A Silent Voice, the award-winning modern classic about a girl who can't hear and her bully, which inspired the acclaimed anime film from Kyoto Animation, returns in a beautiful 2-volume collector's edition. Each extra-large deluxe hardcover contains about 700 pages of manga on crisp premium paper and more than 50 pages of new content. Watch out for part 2 in 2022. This is awesome. I love this so much.
Yeah, I'm very likely going to want to upgrade upgrade that from the 7-volume set. I love this series. That, if I'm not mistaken, and I feel stupid because I can't even remember my own list. I'm pretty sure I put that on my top 10 completed manga list because it is that great. I really, really, really love the series. It's a heartfelt series with great character beats, and it's one that I think everyone should read. So whether you get the paperbacks like we currently have available, or whether you try it out in the big deluxe complete collector's editions, this is something that if you enjoy kind of grounded stories, then this is one that you're definitely going to want to read.
Yeah. I love that because they could have collected in like soft cover, like an omnibus type thing, but I love that they went all out as a deluxe hardcover. Hopefully it's oversized. It probably is oversized, and it kind of sucks that we have to wait another extra year until to get the whole thing. But I mean, if you've already read it, the wait's not that bad, and if you've seen the anime film, you can wait because you know the story. I think the anime captured, I would say, 95% of the manga, right? So this is exciting. This is coming out in August 2021 at a cover price of $44.99, which is not that bad for 700 pages. And
when you consider it's probably like 3.5 volumes of material, and those volumes are like $11 or so each, and you're paying for something that's probably going to be the same size as, I want to say it's probably going to be like the Eternal Edition size. $44.99 is not that bad of a price for that.
I do have the photo for the German release. I'm going to show that in a little bit after we're done with the releases. Give me a second here. The next one on our list is Battle Angel Alita paperback edition. Own the manga thrill ride that changed global comics and inspired the James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez cyberpunk action film Alita Battle Angel. This new paperback edition features an updated translation in 6 affordable 300-page volumes.
So this is basically what that Sailor Moon collection was, but for Alita.
Exactly.
Because these are going to be the same content as the 6 hardcover volumes that came out in the past several years, but shrunken down into the paperback size. So this, again, this is great because it's more affordable, $12.99 per volume for 300 pages worth of material. It's a great series. It's an amazing series, fantastic story, great characters, great artwork, and it's going to be affordable and available to people who have, may not have enough to afford the hardcovers, or may not have enough room in their collection to put such a large trim book.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get those as well, because I skipped out on the manga because I didn't have any room for it. Now that I kind of do, I'm like, I'll wait for this edition. And 6 affordable manga volumes at $13, that's a steal. I'm in. I'll get them. So yeah, for $12.99, July 2021, and it will be available then. And that's about it. Those are the Kodansha releases for next year, the big ones. I'm pretty sure they're going to announce more. So yeah, Alita, A Silent Voice, Sailor Moon, those 3 are definitely must-gets. Quintessential Quintuplet Season 1 box set, this thing, Beauty and the Beast, and this, which might be the underdog of everything next year, Boys Run the Riot. I love that name. That's a great sounding title. The other thing I wanted to highlight are 2 releases for 7 Seas. But before I do, Cleveland Brown says, I have to confess, I'm one of those who prefers a silent voice over your name. I await your pitchforks. Not at all, my dude. Silent Voice is the better film out of the 2 and the better story, in my honest opinion. I love the Silent Voice. Your Name is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But I do think A Silent Voice is the better story.
I still haven't seen your name. So maybe I'm the one that gets the pitchforks.
It's a really good movie. It's a feels good movie. You'll cry, and you'll feel things. But I don't know. It's just plus they both look amazing. Kyoto Animation is one of my favorite studios, and they did a fantastic job with the silent voice. I always make the joke that when I was watching it, the opening credits has My Generation from The Who, and I was not expecting that. And I'm watching the movie, I'm like, is this like a fan sub or something? Did people like hijack the movie and insert The Who here? But no, it was actually them licensing the song. But it was really cool to hear that. All right, so Seven Seas has a couple of announcements, and the first one, I'm not going to highlight it, is basically they have a new imprint within the company. They previously they have Seven Seas. They previously released Ghost Ship, which is for their M-rated titles and ecchi stuff. But now they're coming out with a third imprint called Airship. So if you see the logo Airship with a flying ship, those will be dedicated to light novels. So that's really awesome, and they already have a solid lineup of titles that they're going to release. They haven't revealed them yet, but they're going to be debuting them in January of next year. And all the stuff that's released, I think all the stuff that they released for the regular imprint, that was a light novel, that's going to get reprinted under the new label as well. So that's really cool. We need more light novels because I think they have a lot of cool stories to tell. And I've been slowly getting into them. Seven Seas actually sent me a light novel, which I barely begun reading, but it's pretty interesting. I'm digging the whole light novel craze. So they announced that, and they also announced something really cool, which I'm going to share right now. And it is the release of. Let me zoom in because you probably can't see that all too well. Right here, Seven Seas powers up with license of Shotaro Ishinomori's Super Sentai Himitsu Sentai Gorenger, the classic manga collection in deluxe hardcover format. This is what, and it says it right there, it later gave rise to the Power Rangers and all the Super Sentai craze. This is the granddaddy of them all, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know if I'm going to get it right away. I might check it out if they have it digitally, but I kind of do want to check it out. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm wondering, number one, my biggest question is this going to be something that looks similar to like the Devilman hardcovers and all those other hardcovers that they released, the classic collection, basically? I'm wondering if that's going to be the same here, because it does say the classic manga collection hardcover. Number two, I am very tempted. I don't know, like, because I'm curious to read it, but at the same time, I know that franchise manga, especially from around that time, can sometimes be a little rough. So I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile or not. So I don't know. I'll have to maybe see if there's a digital preview or something like that where we can see the content and stuff like that. It's a $25 book, so it is a little bit more expensive. So, you don't want to drop that much on something if I'm going to be like, I didn't like it. Because I did that with the Transformers manga, and I gave that to Omar because I was not too much of a fan.
It says here, Shotaro Ishinomori's original manga in this...
oh, shit. That's the dude from Cyborg 009, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get this then. Sorry.
Plot twist.
Yeah, I completely didn't recognize the name until you said it out loud, and I remembered because he also did the Link to the Past manga that was in the Nintendo Power magazine back in the day that got published by Viz in a really nice big paperback edition. And also Cyborg 009. I really enjoyed that anime. So I'm probably going to have to check this out. I have a lot higher hopes for this now.
All right, now we're talking. I'm excited. Let's see. Yeah, Cyborg 001, Genma Wars, The Skullman. He did a Sherlock Holmes series back in the 90s. Android, Kikaider, Inazuman, Gilgamesh. He's done a lot of stuff. Rest in peace, because he passed away a while ago.
Yeah.
But this beautiful hardcover collection includes an exclusive bonus, a 30-page overview of the franchise's origins by tokusatsu historian August Ragone. Don't know who that is. I apologize. I'm not a huge tokusatsu fanboy. 7 Seas will publish Super Sentai Himitsu Sentai Gorenger, the classic manga collection, for the first time in North America in print as a single large trim hardcover. This book will be released in April 2021 for $24.99. I'm excited because of the historical significance of it. Not gonna lie, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what how it looks. Hopefully, we get some images later on with how the book looks.
Dang! Now I made myself excited.
And last but not least, this isn't as exciting, but I still wanted to talk about it because I did get the email for it. 7 Seas also acquired, makes a wise choice with license of She Professed Herself, Pupil of the Wise Man light novel and manga series. So this is a two-parter. 7 Seas is excited to announce the license acquisition of the light novel and manga series She Professed Herself, Pupil of the Wise Man by Hirotsugu Ryusen, Fujichoko, and Dika Suemitsu. The fantasy tale of a young man sucked into another world where he must roleplay an old man in a young woman's body, soon to be an anime. Sakimori Kagami has woken up in the world of Arc Earth Online, a VR MMORPG, yada yada, isekai, all that fun stuff. So if you're into that stuff, that's coming out next year. Volume 1 will be released in July for $12.99, and the light novel will come in August, Volume 1, for $14.99. So there you go. If you're into that sort of thing, you got another isekai coming in 2021. Whew. Last but not least, let me show the German hardcovers, which I suspect it might look very similar to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they use the same image. Let's see if I can get the photo here. Okay, perfect. So this, what you guys are going to see, I have to give a shout out to. Can you see it? There we go. So these are the German editions that are coming out. This was announced before the North American release thing that I just read a couple minutes ago. These are the luxury editions for a silent voice, 2 hardcovers. I suspect it's going to be the exact same thing, except it's in English. So this was published, or this was posted from Manga Mogura on Twitter. If you haven't checked him out, that person posts a lot of cool news on all things manga and light novels, so you might want to check that out on Twitter. I follow him and constantly retweet info from him. Or I don't know if it's a woman or a man, so I do apologize. So yeah, this is probably we're going to be looking at when it comes to the hardcovers. Really nice looking, in my opinion. I love the design and all that stuff. So hopefully we'll see some actual photo bait in the incoming months. So yeah, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. A silent voice. I was just gonna hit leave studio. Oh my god, I'm so I'm out of it. It stopped screen. I kept looking leave studio. I'm like, no, that's not it. So that is that, folks. All the cool announcements and stuff. Next week, I think I'm gonna make it up to Omnidog and do another manga collector show, and we'll probably rank the Shonen Jump series because you wanted to do it, and I completely ignored that post. until it was too late. So we did this instead. So I do apologize on that. We got a couple, like 2 or 3 more minutes here. Let's see if there are more questions.
We're gonna rank. It's gonna be the newer, like the current series in Shonen Jump. So different than when we did the Shonen Jump ranking of like classic all the series. This is just going to be for the newer ones, the current titles that are in the magazine, the ones that I ranked on my video on my channel. So we can have, see what each other thought about it and see where we place them on an F to S ranking.
Yeah. By the way, the ranking Shonen Jump video that we did, that is the most viewed manga collector show on this channel. That is amazing. I was surprised by that. It's over 1,000 views.
That's like the one that I was talking about is becoming one of my most viewed videos. People just love ranking. People love when you do that.
They love rankings. They love unboxings, hauls.
They love Weekly Shonen Jump. I feel like I don't know. I really hit, like, I have over 1,700 views on that video. That's insane. Nice. I usually am happy to get a couple of 1,000 views.
Oh yeah. Psycho said,
what's going on?
Hey, Omnibeards, just woke up in the middle of the night and saw you on. Nice. Hopefully we can lull you back to sleep. Agreed. I'll join you guys on that hill. Oh, this was because of the Silent Voice. Yeah. They're both good movies. You can like both. I find I can watch your name anytime. Silent Voice really hits the feels, and I have to be in the right mood. It's heavy. Yeah, definitely. I do enjoy both. I have both over there on Blu-ray. So, yeah.
If y'all everyone who's standing for a Silent Voice, if you have not read To Your Eternity yet, I highly recommend it. That series is fantastic. I did a review on my channel a while ago, covering the first 12 volumes. So good. So good.
Yeah. I think I have one video on it on volume 1 when I read it like 2 years ago. And I only have the first 3 volumes, so I need to get on that because it's a great series. So maybe I'm hoping we're circling back to this comment. If I can find it, where is it? Don't let me down, Gio. Yes, I am talking to myself. Shoot. It was Travis, my boy Travis. Here we go. Our The Right Stuff Black Friday sale. Really awesome because there's a lot of bundles. And then
it's dangerous.
I hovered over that add to cart button many times. I'm like, nope, you got to stay strong because I already have the rest of 2020 planned out, all the stuff I'm going to get. So I can't deviate. But if they put out, I don't know if they have a bundle for To Your Eternity, but if you do bundles for it, I'll probably bite before the year ends because I do want to catch up with that.
They did like bundles for almost everything because they start their sales basically from Black Friday, and then they do their Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then it's holiday sales all the way through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then there's post-holiday sales, and they're like, I think at the very, very end last year, they did like New Year's sale, and then right at the end, like the last day, they did like a second chance sale where they had every single sale item from every previous day, because they would do daily sale items. They would have like, here's our sale items for this day, here's our sale items for this day. And that was, a lot of times those were the ones where you're getting massive discounts on those items. And
Travis helped me make bad decisions.
you know what? I'm going to be completely upfront. I'm probably going to do a Rye Stuff anime sale this year, holiday sale. I'm going to be selling a lot of my own anime because if I'm being honest, a lot of the stuff that I bought last year, I still haven't watched. It's been a year and I still haven't watched it. So because I don't have a second Blu-ray player, so I don't have anywhere to watch all those movies. I don't have anywhere to watch those shows because we only have one downstairs, and my wife is not an anime fan at all. So I can't really watch a lot of these things when she's here, and she works from home, and now I work from home. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and give up my preference of physical when it comes to anime. and just watch things on my tablet or something like that while I'm working upstairs. So there's going to be a lot that I'm looking to sell. So Travis, I know you're in the groups with us, so you can watch for whenever I post that stuff, and maybe I'll have some good things for good prices that you'll be interested in.
Oh yeah. Also, if you guys want, if you're watching the replay later on, if you want us to do our holiday gift guide for what to get, because I saw Right Stuff has a really weird list of titles. Like they included a $12.99 manga and then Sword Art Online for $200. I'm like, that's not a really good gift guide. You're supposed to be equal in prices for everybody. So I might do that if you guys are into it. We can do a holiday gift guide at the end of the month or maybe at the start of December. I don't know. And Eric has a good solution. Good excuse to buy a PS5 as your second Blu-ray player. I don't know. That's a very expensive Blu-ray player. It's a $500 Blu-ray player.
Yeah, it would be a very expensive Blu. I can get a normal one for about $60, but I'm just lazy. And also the upstairs media area is open, so there's like a balcony, and then anything on the TV there comes down here, which we got to experience firsthand this past weekend when my nieces and nephews were upstairs trying to play Nintendo Land, and we were downstairs trying to watch a horror movie, and we can hear each other's stuff going on. So it's not that effective.
There you go. Cleveland Brown, Naoki Urasawa's Monster. Do you prefer manga or anime? Sadly, Viz Media chickened out, and we only had one box set released on DVD back in the day, which I do have. The anime is just as good, but obviously go with the source material. I have the manga as well, so I think with Urasawa, his material is fine in both formats because you can take a lot of it being animated with the suspense and the music and the characters and all that stuff really translate well from manga to anime, but it's so great in both formats. I typically lean more towards anime just because I'm a huge animation fan overall. That's my favorite genre of everything, TV, movies. But either way, it's all good. Jess Mason, I'm like you, Gio. I have 2020 spending planned out unless there's a sale up here. Even then, I have it planned out. Yeah. If you're still set on the blackjack stuff, shoot me a message. Find me on. Now I'm intrigued. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, yeah, I'll read it.
Now Gio's like, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Yeah, let me know. Reach out to me. Email or Facebook. I don't know. You'll find me. I'm not that hard to find. Easy. Why did I say easy? Cleveland Brown, Eric, if you change your mind, you can try to sell your PS5 for $32K. Or do you mean
what?
3,000?
3.2?
Yeah,
I can't imagine someone spending $32,000. 32,000 pennies?
My gosh, I want to get the PS5, but I'm not going to spend more than retail on it.
No way. That's something that was I saw being mentioned in comments was about the it's like, why are people stressing so much over getting one when we know, like, there's never been a single system that's come out and then been gone and stayed gone. Like even the Wii, which the Wii I believe was probably the worst system to get a hold of back when it first came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And even then it came back. It's just a matter of being after the holidays and stuff. And I know that's kind of the rub, is that they release these things before the holidays. Parents might be trying to get them for their kids, and they're struggling to try and find one for the kids. And kids are not going to be the most patient people in the world because kids are not really people to begin with. I get you. I know. It's just, don't stress yourself to get something that's going to be there. It's not something that's up in the air like a lot of times with the books that we buy. Exactly, Alf. You got it. But it's not something like the books that we buy where it could get reprinted, it could not get reprinted. We don't know. We don't know for sure until the publisher tells us,
Exactly.
yes, we are going to reprint that Omnibus. Yes, we are going to reprint that Absolute Edition. But with the PlayStation 5, with a console, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. It might be a little bit after the holidays. By the time that they get things, enough of them out there. But, I think they create the artificial demand and stuff by having fewer out there than they should. And it's a dirty sales tactic, but obviously it works. And it also winds up benefiting flippers and scalpers and stuff like that who get a warehouse full of them and then sell them for multiple times the, I don't say cover price, retail price.
It's a father of three. I agree.
Kids are not people, man. They're monsters. They're animals.
People need to realize that it's the start of a new generation of consoles. Do you really think Sony, Microsoft are just going to go like, oh, well, we sold out. There's that generation. We're not going to put out any more. No, we're going to get a PlayStation 5 Slim, revisions, PS5 Pros, restocks. Just be patient. Plus, I have like 20 freaking games for the PS4 that I haven't finished. I'm in no rush. I do want it for next year, though, because I do want to play Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and Ratchet and Clank on PS5. Not really interested in the stuff that's out now, but I really do want to play those. So I'll try and get it next year.
Well, I got to wrap up. I got to take care of the dogs, take care of my wife.
Yeah. Let me do the sign off. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Blessings to all. Hope you guys are staying safe. Thank you for liking, commenting, and being a part of this experience, the Manga Collector Show at Omnibus Collectors Network. Of course, we'll be back probably next week doing the Shonen Jump ranking, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
To my wonderful co-host, thank you once again for joining me. Omnibus Collector, where can people find you on the internet?
Find me on my channel, The Omnibus Collector. I just recently hit 10,000 subscribers, so that was very fun, very exciting, and it's still climbing at an alarming rate, if I'm being honest. So that algorithm is working in my favor right now.
Hell yes.
Anyway, that's always interesting. The YouTube algorithm is interesting. But anyway, if the for the 1% of people who are watching this show who have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe over there so you can see me talking about different manga and comics. And Gio, what about you?
Before I give you my info real quick, let me remind you that if you want any of the titles that we talked about or any of the series and hauls and all that stuff, you can find it at InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions and manga up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. And if you order $50 or more in your order, you get free shipping, fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging, only at InStockTrades.com. And, well, as for me, you can find me on A Week in Geekdom, where I go over anime, manga, a little bit of comics here and there. Subscribe if you can. I do weekly content on that channel. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to the chat. You guys are wonderful. I love every single one of you. Just Mason, you know what to do, buddy. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. God bless. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you on the next stream, which will be Sunday for